we've been having a lot of discussion about one of these units in particular,
I
but
think you know which one.
yeah,
We will get to that.
Wait,
we'll get to it when we get there.
really? It will probably be Micaiah then, because the dominant skill seems really interesting, but I'm not
Of course.
a big fan of
Who
it.
else would it be?
Yeah.
I'm a little curious to hear a
Man.
little bit on your opinion on that one then, but we will, of course, indulge ourselves in that as we get there.
I mean, it's based on penalty, and it can really enable some dagger heroes. I get it. And I know you guys are big fans of Broly fans, so...
Well, then you gotta understand, this isn't just dagger heroes. This is
Heroes.
like everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah, everyone can do it. Yeah, use it. Utilize it for extra damage. I know.
Including Kronia.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't seem very important to me. I guess we get
It
to
literally, on its own, adds an extra 21 attack, 7, 14, 21 attack to the unit.
Because 7 res, 7
Defense, and then also
the actual
the
drop.
actual def
Yeah,
res.
yeah. Okay.
So basically, like, for example, Ursula has like 45 attacks. She would already be hitting an extra, so it'd be an extra 21, so that'd be immediately 66. Then you add in the extra 14, it'd be like hitting with 75 attack just out the gate on Ursula. Base kit Ursula. Like, weapon. Self-generated, of course.
I'm not a fan. This is so ridiculous. Here's the thing. I read this and I was just thinking to myself, yeah, I can think of heroes that can use this, but I immediately was just not a fan of it.
I don't understand why. It's outright one of the best damaging buffs you can get.
Yeah, but it's so ultra gimmicky.
With how focused we are these days in the penalty meta, I don't exactly... Especially the fact that it generates its own def res -7. You can just use this to immediately sweep up on whatever turn you so desire.
Okay.
Considering like the only common form of getting rid of debuffs is rally traps, it's not like there's really nothing that stops this. To be completely honest.
Okay, so your idea here is it just enables a bunch of heroes, like all heroes.
Just free damage.
Anything that really is, trying to kill. The damage output is massive.
Okay, so it adds 21 damage by itself.
Yep.
Well, on Kronia, particularly.
Well,
yeah,
no, just in general.
obviously
Oh, in
on
general.
penalty-based heroes, like with Broly fan, they can
If
do more.
on broadly fan users, it's like adding an extra 35.
If it
What?
stacks.
If it stacks.
It should probably stack. It's not like Trilemma.
Yeah, it doesn't say that it doesn't stack, but we'll see.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
Hmm?
Wouldn't it just automatically set up like Matthew? Instead of his first hit doing nothing, it immediately does damage.
It immediately does a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Like a lot of damage. Like, I think Matthew has 25 attack, 28 plus attack. This is going off memory, so that'd be 42. Then you add an extra 35, it'd be immediately 77 attack on Matthew, effectively.
What? You
Yeah.
sure that doesn't? What?
If it stacks. Yeah.
If it stacks, then it should be like adding an extra 35 attack, so Matthew immediately goes from 42 to 77.
But I don't think it should stack. That doesn't make sense.
I mean,
We have
Blade-
yet to see
I
it
mean,
in
bonus
action.
double stacks, for example.
Yeah. And this doesn't say that it doesn't stack.
Yeah, it doesn't overtly say that at all.
If that's the case, then like, what's the point of a character? What's the point of say like dual Hector?
This completely
Flat
invalidates
damage.
duo Hector
Yeah,
other than just flat damage.
Yeah, flat damage, that's about it.
Flat damage.
Which sometimes that can actually matter, especially
Yeah,
if
I
they're
guess.
tanking
When you-
enough.
Right,
And
when you
plus,
break
it's-
100% HP threshold things, like for example.
Oh yeah, but also the HP threshold exploits.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's also the fact that obviously not all teams
Oh,
are
God.
going to be like, like some teams are going to have counters to debuffs, obviously. So, do Hector.
It's mostly going to be, penalty remover. Anything that removes penalties like Shannon or Dun, or things like Restore and Harsh Command Plus, those will also be invalidating it. But
Also-
that's pretty much all he's been concerned with.
also
debuff
just
meta.
regular harsh command.
Well, yeah, unless it's like Panic.
Unless panic is involved, yeah.
Huh.
Say you give this Micaiah and
But
SPD
also,
smoke,
yeah,
she
people in
attacks,
chat
then
are
dance
already
or use,
pointing
do
out
a
Sizer.
skill maximum overkill.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, if you use a smoke with this, that's why right away my thought process on Dagger Heroes.
Oh yeah, anything that can inflict attack speed penalties is pretty much going to be the most valuable here. The most common of which being Tamari's Sabotage Attack Speed.
Yeah.
Instant passive, like you use this, then you use Tamari. Anything that gets affected by both immediately gets hit with an extra 612, 714. So that'd be an extra 26, 30 to 33 damage.
That's so stupid, man.
Something like that.
There are a lot of applications here. Just saying.
But again, as I mentioned earlier, there are ways to stop this. Penalties, well, you guys mentioned earlier, rallying stops it, sacrifice stops it, restore stops it.
So you also have to act. Those are mostly in the enemy phase.
Yeah,
If you're using
they're
it
gonna
as a
need their
player phase,
turn, but you're gonna be able to take advantage of it. But it's not like completely free.
Oh, it's not. No, it's definitely not free. But it basically spurs the entire penalty meta in such a way where if you are not careful in the slightest, you're dead.
Yeah.
You basically have to run Restore or Harsh Command if you want to be safe.
Effectively, this is like, this is a one more button. Let's be real here.
Against
Much like
the
last
vast
year.
majority of units, yeah, this is just win more.
Mhm.
In comparison to last year we had Bride Fjorm, which inflicts isolation. That
they made
inspired
this
the
skill
entire
because of
HP meta for dancers. This year, now we basically have to inspire not only just dancers in general or rally traps, but the Restore and Harsh Command meta. It's basically going to have to turn the meta in a certain direction in order to avoid a very, very devastating buff.
Okay.
I just realized something really stupid.
What?
And that being?
Tethys
Dang, no
is
Bridal
now a
Nailah.
viable Vantage Sweeper with Micaiah also
Well,
on the
anyone.
team.
Honestly, anyone is at this point.
Yeah.
Anything can be a
well, yeah,
Vantage Sweeper, but there are
Tethys
certain units that
especially
are
just
better.
sets everything up.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Tamari Tethys, yeah.
Tamari Tethys was disarm trap, legitimately just, already murders AR. But this is just like, whatever unit that she's supporting just gets even better.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying, like, your Kronia in particular, if you should happen to go for this, will
I'm not.
be instantly... Nah,
No.
I'm not blaming you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if that were the case... her
If it
damage
were the
output
case,
would
here's the
be-
thing. If I use a penalty-based hero, you got it right on the head. This would be much more valuable to me. But because I'm using Kronia, she doesn't take particularly extra advantage over it. In fact,
Technically does exploit the penalty with her dagger.
sure, but I'm saying I already have Hector, and technically Hector works better for her because any damage done on the hero sets her up immediately. So it's not
valid.
a direct upgrade for me, but I can definitely see the case for other people.
If you have like any Tamari support, this is just straight up a benefit to you. That's just a fact.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The duo hero is just a benefit to you.
Anything that can inflict the attack speed penalty, which there are a few options, Tamari being one of the most accessible, will immediately see amazing benefits from this.
Mhm.
Although I
Azura
suppose it
as
should be
well.
noted, Micaiah herself has no weapon flexibility, so you can't, like, if there were any options for that, they don't
Mhm.
exist with Micaiah.
Rosera
And
Slayer
don't
says,
forget.
"Dang, no Bridal Minerva. Yeah, rest in peace." A lot of people had certain heroes in mind, and I'm sorry. I don't think most people guessed these heroes.
I'm not surprised Micaiah and Soth got one. Not like
I am
entirely.
surprised. This
Not
was
as-
not
I know,
in
I
the
know
realm
that
of
this
guesses.
is a thing that I think this was something that I've been reading a lot recently. That I was like, oh yeah, they can get married if they get A support. I just didn't think that was actually going to be an alt.
I didn't think that
just
was gonna
remembered It was a
happen.
thing that could happen.
MadCrash, weren't we talking about this like yesterday about like the possibility of them validating like certain marriages and stuff?
Yeah, IS typically
Really does
tends to
not do
avoid
that.
doing that,
Mhm.
but
I mean, they do validate Pentalouis, and it already happens, but Bride,
Penton-Louise is also
Martha Sita
established.
also.
Okay,
Martha Sita isn't technically established.
here's the other thing. I don't want to spoil it, but they did not meet at the same age. I'll just say that. It's a bit off. Okay, you guys
People
probably
already
did not
hit
play
them,
Radiant
so-
Dawn. I don't want to spoil it, but they did not meet
I
at the
don't
same
remember
age.
the
Let's say
nuance.
that.
I actually don't remember.
If Sanaki could marry, why not Micaiah?
Saki didn't get
was
married.
good.
She was a bride's
She
girl. She was a bride's girl, guys.
She's basically just there to see what it's like, but she's not actually gonna get married yet.
yeah, she's not. She's not.
That said,
there
I do
Yeah.
find it funny that First of all, this is the second year in a row with Tellius having a substantial role to play.
Oh, you're
Wouldn't
right.
it be 3 years
Last year
in a
we had-
row because
Sorry,
Sanaki
well,
was year
Sanaki
2?
was the only one in that year, at least.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tellius 3 years in a row, which is kind of funny.
I guess Bride Sanaki actually makes sense now. I guess.
Bride Sanaki, Bride Sigrun Tanith, and now Micaiah.
Okay,
Like,
but
now this makes sense.
straight up, who actually saw any of these heroes coming before the silhouettes? At the silhouettes, I know a lot of people guessed Oboro. Like a small portion of people guessed Oboro. Sayri.
I didn't. I honestly wasn't expecting Oboro at all. I
I
know she
wasn't-
was going to get an alt, just not this one.
Yeah, same.
I didn't think this at all.
I'm pretty happy over it, honestly.
There was
She-
some.
she
When
needs-
I-
she's the third one.
Go ahead.
Yeah. When I saw Nailah as the first one shown
I was
here,
like,
that
what?
completely blindsided me. It was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Huh?
Wait. What? That's my reaction too. How? What? How?
Nailah.
If you guys like have played through Radiant Dawn, you would know Nylah's like highly independent. There's like no indication at all that she's interested in romance or anything like
That one legitimately caught me. So did Rafiel, to be honest. They both just completely blindsided me. Like, I could not expect that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was so off for me. Story-wise,
For
they
a
do have
moment-
connection because she is his like guardian technically,
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
but still.
For a moment, I thought that Rayson was getting an alt because
Same here, I
Yeah, I thought it was
Rayson
Rayson when I first
Tellius.
looked at him.
Also, Rafiel is not a flyer.
He's not. It's there's
Which is
story.
That
weird.
also blindsided me.
There's story there for it.
I just like.
Oh
realized-
yeah, right.
Yeah,
Right.
there's story.
I have no idea what you mean. I have no idea what that story is.
Don't worry
It is
about it.
wrong.
But yeah, for me especially, guys, my bet 100% Japanese style wedding. This is
Yeah,
not a
100%.
Japanese style wedding at all.
I mean, Hinata and Oboro are, but I immediately thought kimonos and yukatas.
I
something
thought
like
no, I
that.
thought they were gonna make a theme. I didn't think they were just gonna go like, oh, we'll just throw it in. I thought with the silhouettes like that, it's like this year it's gonna be different. We're gonna try a Japanese style.
I thought the entire banner was going to be
Yeah.
more Hoshiden style wedding, not those two.
Right,
Not that I'm still happy that they're incorporating that, but I was just kind of surprised.
right.
No offense to all the fans, but from all the girls and guys THST you could choose, you went with a dog and bird that hate human traditions.
Yeah, that was also a thing. You heard me during first reaction. I was just like, why is she wear a wedding dress? She hates. She doesn't like the Bjork. She doesn't like humans. She definitely doesn't like their traditions. So I was just like, wait a second. This pick is not making sense to me.
I mean, they're probably gonna pick at the fact that that's exactly just that nonsense, but you know, what?
I don't know. I'm just gonna say the selections here this year, I did not see at all. I was not going to be remotely close to making a guess here. I'm just gonna say if they were gonna go with Micaiah and Soth, who's the real pairing that everyone's been asking for?
Oh yeah, it was obviously gonna be Siggy and Deirdre.
Yeah.
that was
Though I
the
guess in their defenses, we just had two genealogy and Thracia band. Tellius isn't
I
having
guess,
one
but
for a
like here's the
while.
thing: if you were gonna not make it a Japanese style wedding, I totally would have thought that should have been a dual pairing. Like, just
I
no-brainer.
imagine it's going to be one at some point. I'm just surprised it wasn't this year.
Yeah.
one. We'll see. There's still plenty of time.
Yeah, well,
I
there's
hope
still next year, the year after, the year after, and the year after, and the year after.
One
and
year
after
they'll
that,
get
the year
it.
after.
1 year they'll get it.
one year, guys, they'll get it, and by then we'll all have kids, be grandparents or on our deathbed, but it'll be here.
Watch them
And-
be a summer duo.
And then we'll finally get Kestrel Sands.
Yes, Castro stands after all that time. Yes.
Yes.
All right, guys. Anyways, let's start. Nailah has Bride's Fang. Special trigger cooldown count -1. Also, at start of combat, if foe's HP is over 75%, it is attack speed defense -5 on 4 during combat, and special trigger before or during combat. If unit used the special, its special cooldown count -1. In other words, it can drop a Moonbow to no cooldown. That's actually such a great Fang, to be honest.
It is a really good weapon, honestly. Like, it's
It's-
slightly easier to proc than Rangrither or, like, Gleipnir. Granted, you can say what you want about the effects. I think it's actually really... the fact that it has slaying alone just makes it... Because let's not forget, infantry beasts all have Wu Dao. It's a slaying Wudao weapon with a mini spiral. Just on that prospect alone, it is insane.
A mini spiral and then you can just run a real spiral on her, and then you can do like 4 cooldown moves instantly.
Yeah.
Oh god, because beasts get special spirals, so now you can do spiral Nailah.
Oh yeah. By the way, this works with AOE.
Oh god.
It works with
You can
AOE.
have
Oh, I was thinking of using Astra, but you're right. AOE would be even
I
more
was
scary.
about to say you can have Astra in every combat.
You could have, yeah, or if her defense is high enough, Ignis, but I don't know.
With
Yeah.
AOE, she gets the plus 10 damage. By the way.
Yeah, so she'll get a Wudao AoE almost all the time.
That is ridiculous.
No, all the time,
She's
basically.
so
There's-
good.
Well,
Well, you know, besides the first proc, but you know.
Yeah.
yeah.
There's
So
also the idea of Vantage and Distant Counter, because she is yet another unit that can use Spiral, Vantage, and DC all at the same time.
Yeah,
Sort
this
of.
is our second DC Spiral Vantage slaying after Ares.
This
Granted, less spiral, but more penalties, so it kind of evens out, considering it's Wudao Spiral slaying with actual
Yeah.
penalties on top.
Yeah,
Like-
Nailah's gonna be scary.
Mhm.
Like, what?
And then there's also the glare effect.
Yeah, let's not forget that she has Glare, her own skill.
Yeah, she kept
I gotta
that, which
say,
is great.
it's kind of cool that
Oh, sorry.
that she could be a pretty solid frontline for IP teams, but
Oh, yeah.
it's gonna take a lot of investment, obviously.
Well,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Granted, Vantage is basically nothing as far as investment goes. But
Spiral a little bit more, but yeah.
yeah, Spiral is definitely a bit more. But if you're going for the DC Vantage route, we have so many units with DC that, well, we had a DC banner just a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, there's some severe implications on just this unit alone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you would think that's because it's a worse cooldown acceleration than Ares, it doesn't do as much damage.
But
then
then
you
you remember
consider-
the Wodao effect.
Wudao.
Yeah.
That'll actually probably do more. You could probably do Moonbow with Wudao, and they'll do more damage, or just as much as his bonfires.
Yep.
Like,
Depending on her attack, you might also be able to get away with Glimmer.
Oh yeah,
her-
Glimmer could also
it's
work.
Nailah.
out.
Don't forget it's Nailah. She has low attack.
Oh well, yeah, that's also true. Nailah shouldn't have high attack.
We'll see tomorrow night.
We'll see tomorrow night, but yeah, this is looking to be one of the better strikers in this game. Especially if you're willing for special spiral, she turns into a nuke.
Yeah, you can literally run like, I'm assuming she's probably gonna have like 34 defense. Just a guess. I can run numbers later.
All
So she should actually be able to run Ignis Spiral pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it's 34 defense, that'd be about 612, 36. Be about 28 damage Ignis, 38 damage Ignis every single time she initiates combat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Rawr.
Yeah, this Nailah is scary.
Yeah. And it's nice that she also came with Swiss Row 3, because not that she really needed it, but that's really good.
Oh, that's so much. Like, even if she has low attack, that's 12.
Yeah.
Well, 11.
I get the feeling that people are gonna swap that off.
I mean, if you're
funny-
going
Yeah.
for AoE, yeah, you're gonna go for Life and Death or Fury
Or
anything.
you do DC.
or DC. Yeah, DC would also
Which-
work.
Ironically, you could do a DC null C.
DC
from
null C.
Nailah.
Oh, just like old Nailah. Yeah.
Sacrifice Nailah to Nailah.
Yeah, that's a bit messed up. But yeah, you could do that.
circle continues. The original is better fodder than the ult.
That's funny in such a stupid way.
Oh, I just noticed that infantry is carrying Charlotte's like lance.
Yeah, they usually do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been doing that with the special paralogs for a while.
Yeah.
I'd like to note that guy does only do 2 damage, though. So the chances of Nailah having good defense are high.
Pretty high, yeah. Dragon's Kin, welcome back. Thank you for resubbing, man. All right, guys. We'll move on to hero number 2, Oboro. I'm still at a loss of words. I didn't see this coming at all.
I didn't either.
All right, I gotta say I'm pretty happy with this ult.
I
Avrora
totally
deserves
can
an ult.
appreciate it.
Is the spiral
Avrora
effect
deserves an
tied
ult
to the
since
full
forever ago.
HP threshold?
Honestly, I'm still kind of mad that Kagero got a third ult or a second ult before Oboro even got one. But this ult is really nice. So
Take her ult any day.
It says
Hood is massive.
it says
Yeah.
and, so it probably is within the 75%.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
probably HP tied, so you can't be
Yeah.
like constant no matter what the situation. But 75%.
Regardless,
is
she's
pretty
still going to
easy.
be doing a good chunk of damage.
Mhm.
so pretty cool, I guess.
She should probably be doing it most of the time.
Yep.
Anyways, hero number 2, Oboro. I just didn't see her coming, but she looks
Neither did
great,
I.
so I won't hold it against her. She has Pledge Blade, and this is probably something. Oh man, these recent special heroes weapons have been ridiculously good. We just got Guild Fork, right? And that was good.
Guild Pork and Carrot Cudgel.
And Carrot Cudgel, those were both great weapons.
Mhm.
This might have it beat because not only do you get attack defense plus 4, special cooldown charge plus 1 per attack. Are you crazy? That's nuts.
I don't know.
Oh, it's
You
a
don't think it's
I think
you don't
it's a
think
fantastic
wow,
weapon.
okay. Sorry, go ahead.
I will say though, Carrot Cudgel's a little easier in some situations.
Yeah, you need a
Most
bonus
situations.
active on, but a bonus isn't that hard to get.
It's not that bad,
Yeah.
honestly.
In terms of like a tank, like for tank sets, Caricature just has this beat just because. Negating
Yeah.
penalties
If
is
all you
way
care
too
about
good.
is surviving, yeah, but this will do more than survive.
If you're going to want to murder something,
Yeah.
or if you're running like a heavy blade, bold fighter, vengeful fighter, like you could do any of those and synergize with Pledge Blade to basically have universal cooldown.
Mhm.
Those are very good things to have in mind, even if it's not slaying.
Oh my! Wait,
Yeah.
one of the best comments was right now. It beat Sandfort Spade. Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Stanford.
By
Oh
far.
yeah, isn't that just
That's just attack defense plus 4 for a bonus, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Something
just
like
That
that's
is a
just
power
straight
creep.
better. That's just straight better.
Was it
Not
5?
even a year.
It might.
I mean,
It
no,
might
no.
have been. I think it's 5 actually.
No, it's actually 4. Let me
No?
check.
Oh,
let me check
wait,
Gilbert.
because the penalty ones are the ones that are plus 5.
4. It was
so-
4. It was
Oh
4.
my god.
Yeah, this is just straight better.
That is just
This is straight
100% better then.
Wow.
Yeah.
Poor Hell Bindi.
Wow.
Now he's
And
just,
considering that. Oh, and poor Ilger, because Ilger has the same weapon.
Yes.
And it's an axe, which is
Yeah.
on the TT unit.
And the worst thing is,
Yep.
by the way, the effects is bonus. I believe for her it actually had to be like a rally, like
A buff?
a buff.
I think so.
This is more complete in that like if you have extra movement or dominance triggered, it would work as
Yeah.
well.
Really gotta make sure we know that.
Right.
Do I have Sandford Spade at all? I can't
No,
remember.
I do.
would-
I
it's visible buff. You have to have a visible.
Oh
buff.
god, it's
Yeah.
only that.
So-
Jesus.
this
not
is
only
all
the
way
condition
better.
easier, the buff is better.
Mhm.
Yeah, this just completely blows it out of the water.
There's nothing. Hellbindi has Red Infantry and Rally Tactic Plus, and that's it.
Oh yes,
You'll
I am
understand.
surprised IS is power creeping this much. Don't get me wrong, IS power creeps, but very rarely do they actually. Well, not very
I
rarely.
mean, let's.
It's not
Yeah, I
common
wouldn't say
for them
that.
to do 100% upgrade on heroes or in
I
heroes.
mean, in fairness, those weapons were kind of just dropped a lot.
but those were year
Yeah.
2 weapons.
No,
Yeah.
those are year 3.
Those
Year
were,
3?
yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it was year 2, so
No.
No.
that's
Year
just
two
1
was
year.
TLS
They don't do
summer.
it that quick.
Nims, you gotta remember that book 2. They didn't like give any ults until like after the book
Oh yeah.
ended.
Yeah, yeah.
So it wouldn't have been book 2.
You're right,
Yeah.
you're right. Well, that's what
So
I'm
yeah,
saying.
no.
It's weird. It's
Relative
so
reason.
weird.
So
Whoa,
basically,
oh,
what
oh,
IS is
oh.
telling us is that year 3 summer for the OCs was kind of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, Ilger. I mean, they're good units, but they're
Yoger's good. She was like the first, axe hero I could recommend grilling up.
and she's still one of the faster ones.
Yeah.
But the merits of her weapon, especially considering we now have an alternative, free to play,
That's just
All
straight
option.
better.
It's
it's just straight better. Yikes.
Okay, but for those who are saying this weapon's kind of meh, come on. It enables you to get fast specials and stats.
Potentially even faster. You can argue the matter of if you don't have bonus generation going on. There's always that argument.
Yeah.
But as long as you're running a relatively solid bonus team, usually movement buffs,
Yeah.
very, very consistent.
This
Yeah.
works with ground orders on Peony.
Correct.
Right, stuff like
Yeah.
ground orders, you
PNE.
cannot stop. You can't stop that. You can't like penalties. Sorry, you can't like panic smoke. Ground orders or something.
You
Well-
can't even gravity it.
Well, with with Fiona, I mean, you kind of can, but you kind of can't.
No, you can't stop her. Well, you can stop the panic buff.
Yeah,
But you can't stop her movement buff.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
as long as there's anything other than a stat buff, it's impossible to stop these.
Mhm.
Right, and that's why it's a really good weapon because this weapon actually has a better effect than a lot of like actual weapon refines as well,
Yeah.
which is the big
To
thing.
put it in perspective, this weapon has a similar effect to Lift's deadly balance.
Oh
It's,
yeah, that's one way to word it that people will probably understand better that way.
It's
Yeah.
Basically, it's just that, except -1 in both stats, but no like HP condition.
No, for reference, deadly balance either works if penalty is active on foe, as I recall.
Oh yeah. Penalty.
Or if Lift is healthy, so there's no buff associated with it. It's just a matter of circumstance of the foe and if Lift is healthy.
Yeah.
And then it's attack defense -5, if I remember correctly. So it also is a res buff.
Yeah.
But you take it, you water it down a little bit, and then you put it on a weapon that
Yeah.
has the.
That everyone can use.
It's definitely
similar.
watered down for sure, but I feel like it has like some more, little bit more advantages in some cases.
So
Yeah.
it'll have
Club.
its situations where it works better.
Absolutely.
But I mean, the main thing you have to consider is this is your weapon. So while you
Yep.
do get that cooldown acceleration +1 per attack, you do not get slang. But then you
Right.
consider weapons, well, things like heavy blade. You can make +2/+2. So basically, you could run like Ignis on a heavy blade unit, and it will proc on the unit's second attack.
Yeah. See, there's a lot of things that you could do with this Pledge Blade to make it very interesting.
The implications are quite interesting, to say
Yeah.
at the very least, when you add enemy phase blade.
Okay, but that's the reason why I'm really upset here, because you went through all that trouble to put Oboro in the game, and all I see is people are gonna fodder her off.
No, I just realized.
Oh, yeah, people will.
Oh, she's gonna die, but she's also gonna be a solid unit in her own.
I just realized something.
What?
What?
This is the one way you can get like breath against Bearing Wand.
Mm-hmm.
God,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah, with DC. Like this is the
The only
this-
DC breath
the
on
one-
Primimond.
This is the only way you can get it.
On
With flashing-
anybody that isn't like Ike or Harden.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you basically run like Flashing Blade, Distant Counter with Pledge Blade, and you basically can circumvent Primimond's Impenetrable Dark for Blade.
Mm,
Breath.
all right, but the problem for me is Pledge Blade, Rally Attack, Res Plus. That's just a fodder. It's
such an
so
easy
much
fodder.
value.
It's so much value in that fodder, even though you have to get rid of Odd Pulse Die.
All plus
Uh,
like kind of nice too.
It's gonna, if you have Nils, then I'd probably go for that.
Mm-hmm.
He's even pulse
Because-
tie, right? So
Yeah, he's even, so you could run Odd Even Pulse Die. Like, for example, you could do Ninian
That
with
odd
Nils.
pulse
or
will make
Ninian
double
with
Iago
Exactly.
viable
Iago.
one with odd the other for even no escape.
I think,
Also to defend Ilgra, she at least came with a way to buff herself in her C slot, but still Oboro's better.
all right, sorry, you guys were talking over it. Let's see. Yoga at least came with a way to buff herself in her C slot, but still Oboro's better. Yeah, she did with her her defense wave.
Yeah.
It-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think Helbindi has his own self buff.
Nope.
But as far as what was it? Odd Pulse Tie, you could run like Ninian and Nils together, odd even pulse ties on both.
Mm.
Double Dancer. That'd
There's
be
a
pretty
lot of ways
fun.
you can go about this. Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
have to
Or,
say that-
or Iago.
I do have to say that pulse size is a little bit awkward if you're going to use it on offense, since it doesn't work turn 1.
Oh yeah, it doesn't work turn 1, so you actually have to stall out an extra turn.
So that
Yeah.
makes it a little bit worse, but it's
But
still
on
pretty
the
solid.
other hand, if you're using as an enemy, then if you have like Spiral turn 1 and then you go in turn 1, Odd Pulse Tie will proc and you won't be able to do a turn 1 sweep.
Yeah, so this is like better for defense than offense.
Mhm.
Yeah, conversely.
Then again, there are also a lot of teams that wait until turn 3 anyway.
Yeah.
Which still will get caught on Odd Pulse Die.
All right. So I'll just say, Oboro, if she's not a good hero, She's at least excellent
She's-
fodder.
Amazing fodder, at the
Yeah.
very least.
She's probably gonna be solid. Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
expect a decent
Any
one.
infantry.
Yeah,
Infantry in general these days.
I see her being solid. She's also looks really good. This is easily one of the best chibis in the game. Like, look at her.
Look at that hood.
the hood is very silly. I kind of like it.
That
What?
hood
It's-
is
that's
just
actually what it's supposed to
absolutely
look
massive.
like, though.
yeah, I know it. I'm just saying it still looks pretty silly.
Okay.
Yeah.